Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Amanda, and today I'm going to be doing my life updates video for you guys. You guys have been so patient waiting to hear back from me on everything that's going on in my life, and there is a lot, absolutely. So I wanted to just sit down and talk to you guys about all of this. I asked you guys on my Instagram some specific questions that you wanted me to cover. I am just going to try to answer everything for you guys. If I leave anything out, be sure to comment on this and I will try to answer everything for you guys. I said in my Snapchat story that I'm not going to answer everything you guys comment on this because a lot of the things are like, how do you curl your hair and stuff like that. And I want to make this video more focused on like what's actually happening in my life right now, like school updates, life updates, migraine updates, stuff like that. So I can definitely do another Q&A video for you guys with just more like basic questions that you have, or even do videos like I've had how I curl my hair video. That was a big question asked on my last post for this hair. So I actually already have a video on how I curl my hair. You can go and check that out. That is on my channel somewhere. I know it's kind of consumed by the Nick Slippy countdown right now, so it's hard to find, but it is there, I promise. Without further ado, because I think this is going to be a pretty long video, I am just going to start talking. So I'm going to give a little bit of background for those of you who don't necessarily watch me, know everything about me, because I have gained a ton of subscribers since I've last done kind of like an information video about myself. A lot of people have probably come drawn towards the Nick Slippy countdown, which I appreciate so much, but before that, I never really did many makeup videos. I've told you guys I'm not great at makeup. That was literally, I thought it would be a fun idea to do, kind of try to test my makeup skills, maybe make them grow a little bit more during the process, and I thought it would be cool for you guys to watch, give you some ideas. I know for me, I never really had ideas to go along with lipsticks. I would kind of always get colors that I was really comfortable with because I never knew what to do with makeup with it. So I thought that would be a cool idea for that. But before that, I would do a lot of sit down talk to you guys videos. So I'm going to be doing a little bit more of those lately because I have been leaving you guys in the dark a little bit. So yeah. So for the background, I am a sophomore at the University of Connecticut. I just finished my first semester as a sophomore there, and I absolutely love my school. I'm going to be talking a lot about what's going on with that as I get into it, but like first and foremost, I absolutely love my school. It was my dream to go there as a little kid and never thought it would come true, so I absolutely love it here. I applied in as an allied health sciences major, and I got accepted in as an allied health science major. A lot of you guys have also been asking, I originally wanted to go to school to be an OBGYN ultrasound tech. And number one question that you guys have been asking me is, am I still going to school for that? And the answer is no. In one of my very first videos, I was doing like a get to know me type thing, and one of the questions was, what are you gonna go to school for? What are you gonna be when you grow up? And I was like, it's not a maybe am I gonna be this, I am going to be this, like I'm gonna be an ultrasound tech. Beyond my beliefs, I changed my mind. I really never thought I was going to. For my entire life, I thought that that's what I wanted to do. My mom is an OBGYN ultrasound tech, and I grew up watching her. She loves her job. I thought it was fascinating. Like, I think just like human life is like fascinating. I went throughout high school and everything. I loved sciences. I had amazing teachers who really grew my love for science, especially like anatomy and physiology and stuff. And my anatomy teacher in high school knew that I wanted to be an OBGYN ultrasound tech. He really instilled in me that like I would be great at that, like that's what I should do, stuff like that. So I'm gonna quickly go over when I applied to colleges. I applied into, I'm honestly losing track now, but I wanna say maybe 5 to 7 colleges. I'm really forgetting, I apologize. I wanna say probably 7. And I got accepted into all of them. All of the schools I applied to except UConn were directly for ultrasound, like an ultrasound program. And for those of you who have ever looked into it, you probably know that it is a very, very, very selective field. Every school I applied to selected between like 4 and 10 people per year for their program. And I got accepted into all of them. And then I got accepted into UConn. UConn was the second to last school I got accepted into. And I really just applied to UConn because I always wanted to go there. My boyfriend goes there. So I needed to do it for my own being, to know that like it was a possibility, or like just to see kind of for fun if I would get accepted. When I was applying it into UConn, it was a very competitive school. It still is a very, very, very competitive school. I honestly didn't really expect to be accepted just because I knew it was such a small percentage of people that got in, and it's a very competitive school, like I said. So when I got in, I was completely in shock. I was so excited. And at the time, my top school kind of just like fell out of the picture. My top school was Quinnipiac University, and if you've heard anything about that, it is a very, very, very expensive school. And they have a really great ultrasound program, but ended up not being for me. So when I got into UConn, I was so ecstatic. It was the only school I didn't apply into ultrasound for, but I was like, you know what, I can go there. I actually met with my advisor ahead of time, and I was like, so here's the plan. Like, I want to go for ultrasound, but I also want to see what other options there are, because I really was never exposed to anything besides ultrasound. That's kind of what like I had stuck in my head, and I never really looked anywhere else to find any other options for myself. So I was like, I want to be in allied health so I can explore different options for myself and not be stuck in one thing. So she's like, you got it. I'm going to set you up to take courses that if you were to transfer to another ultrasound school, these are the basic things that they need. So I was like, awesome. She was great. She is so helpful, and she really helped me pick my path and get all the classes that I need that would still work for me. I got all my gen eds, but if I wanted to do anything else in the science field, those classes would still be important for me to take. So super helpful. She was amazing and really set me on my path. Then, like I said, my mom is an ultrasound tech, and everyone she works with started going back to school and taking time off from work and stuff because they were having wrist troubles and shoulder troubles, and the tests were becoming more extensive and the more pressure you have to put on your body, and they were having serious shoulder injuries, back injuries, wrist injuries, and I'm such a tiny person. I realized that it just wasn't practical for me to go to school for ultrasound, get my degree in ultrasound, and then work for only just a few years, because I knew it would take a toll on my body quick because I'm so tiny. So that was taken out of the picture. It was really hard for me at first to accept that it just wasn't the right thing for me because I was so passionate about it for a really long time. And then I'm probably gonna get people commenting on here like, you should still go for it, like you can do it, like you would be fine. I'm finally at the point of accepting that that's just not what I want to do anymore. It definitely was for a really long time. And then afterwards, when I decided that ultrasound just wasn't practical for me, I started looking at other things in the medical field, and I was trying to force myself into something in the sciences. And I just could not find anything else that I could see myself doing for the rest of my life. I really, really, really tried, and it just wasn't happening. And also, science classes at UConn are not a walk in the park, let me tell you. And not that they scared me away from the science field, but they just made me realize that like I should have had more of a drive to really, really, really succeed in the classes that I took, the science classes, and I just really didn't. So I know that I don't have a passion for that anymore, and I'm past that. So this is kind of like the big thing that everyone was wondering, what am I going to school for now? At the moment, I'm looking into fashion merchandising. I know it's a huge transition, completely different than anything in the science fields. I'm sure none of you will really be that surprised because I think that that's really more me. For my entire life, I've always been into fashion. When I was little, I would make like scrapbooks with like little like outfits and like cut out design pieces. I'm sure you guys probably know what I'm talking about. I don't know what they're called exactly, but like I was obsessed with them. I've always been into like making outfits, putting outfits together, finding things that match outfits, like shopping, like that is just like my passion. That is what I truly enjoy doing. And my parents have always told me when I was growing up, do something that you're gonna love, do something that makes you happy, because when you love what you're doing, you never work a day in your life. And that really stuck with me for like ever. I just kept pushing my love for fashion off and off and off, and I was like, I need to do something practical. Like no one in my family is this fashion person. Like everyone in my family works in business or in the science field, medical field. So I was like, that's just not practical. Like I need to do something that like I'm actually gonna get a job in. And if you look up jobs in the fashion field, it's not really welcoming at all. You have to start out pretty much at the bottom. Like you're the bottom of the food chain and you need to work your way up, which at first I was like, no, not doing that. Like I can't do that. I need like a good job. Like ultrasonographers make pretty good money. So that was like a good place to start for me. I realized that like I need to not focus on that. I know that my love for this, I could grow and grow and grow up to the point where I want to be. It may take some time. It's not going to be immediate, like, top CEO of Prada. I don't know. Like, just throwing that out there. But I know that I will enjoy this for the rest of my life. And so I know that that's what I need to do to make myself happy in the long run. The more I've grown on YouTube, not that my channel is some huge thing, but it has grown so fast. I like can't even believe it. You guys are pushing me to realize what I love to do most, and that's interact with you guys, show you guys fashion and like hauls and stuff and shop so I can show you guys, and like that is what I enjoy doing, and that's what I want to keep doing. And I really think that even YouTube will help me go far in that field. So all of your support really, really, really means the absolute world to me, because whether you know it or not, I have a feeling that you're going to help me go far in the career that I love and that I want to do. So that means more to me than I can even explain. The next question will probably be, where are you going to stay at UConn? What are you doing? And right now I don't really know, to be completely honest. I applied to the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York for the fall of 2018. I don't hear back until like March or April. I thought I was going to hear back in February, but I read it wrong. It's March or April. But I also don't know if that's when I will be going if I get accepted. When I went to go apply, they have two programs. They have an associate's program and a bachelor program. And I really want to go for the bachelor degree. I don't really want to go for an associate's. The associate's is a 1-year program, bachelor's 2-year program. I have all my prereqs done, or I will have them done at the end of this next semester to go into that field, or to go into that program if I get accepted. However, I could only apply into the associates when I did apply. So I really don't know what's going to happen with that. I really need to contact someone and talk to them about, like, is it possible to get into the bachelor program, or is it just too late? I need to wait and apply for maybe the following semester or something. So I'm not really sure what's going on with that. Updates to come on that. But absolutely, as soon as I find out anything, I will be sure to let you guys know. I update you guys a lot more with that kind of stuff on my vlog channel. We'll plug here. Be sure to go check that out, because like I said, I update you guys a lot more on things that I'm finding out day to day. At the moment, that is what's going on with school. Like I said, I don't really know what's going on. We'll keep you updated as soon as I know. Another thing that I really think is important that I update you guys on is my MRI results. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you don't follow me on my vlog channel, go check it out. But I get really bad migraines. I've had chronic migraines for years now, and they just keep getting worse, more intense. I know I told you guys at one point I got the piercing to help. It helped for a few months and then just completely stopped working. So I actually took it out because it was just infected and hurting me. I recently got an MRI just to make sure that I didn't have a brain tumor or something huge that we were just missing, because every time I would go to my doctor, she was like, okay, well, make a food diary so we can see if you're allergic to anything. And my mom was like, she's complaining every single day, all day about a migraine. There are days that nothing helps, no medicine will help, nothing touches it, and I just want to lay in bed and do nothing. And honestly, that has been a huge struggle for me in school. It is really, really, really holding me back from my full success. I've been having a really, really, really hard time because there are some days where I literally cannot function. My mom was like, we need to just like make sure that we're not missing something big. So I got an MRI, and good news, it came back that they didn't find anything. So there's nothing big wrong. I'm next going to go and get a medication that's supposed to be helping me. It'll take about like a week to, I guess, start working, and then it should work. If not, then we need to keep going backwards and test different things. But the MRI came back normal. So that is a blessing. And I figured you guys were wondering about that. I saw a few comments about that, so I wanted to let you guys know about that because that was super important. And I appreciate all of your love and prayers towards that. They mean the world to me. I'm just gonna go through a few comments now that you guys sent in, so I make sure that I don't miss anything. So a lot of these questions are more like just random questions, not really to do with my life. So I'm probably just gonna answer like a few more. You guys have been wondering what kind of videos I want to film in the upcoming year, what I want my life to turn onto within the next year, 5, 10 years, stuff like that. For the next year, I want to be doing a lot more sit-down videos, kind of stuff like that with you guys, because I really like just sitting down and talking to you guys. But I know you guys also really enjoyed my Lippy Countdown series, so I would love for you guys to comment Any video ideas you have for me, I do have a running list of them that I'm planning on doing. I don't want to really spoil all of them because I think it's nice for you guys to kind of have a surprise with like a new video, but I do want to know what you guys want to see. 2018, I'm really hoping that my channel grows even more and we continue this family we have going, which is so amazing. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see. This is all about you, and so you tell me what you want to see and that will be done. All right, so my camera overheated again. So a lot of people are wondering also if I have a job, and I do. I am a waitress. I have only had jobs as a waitress so far. I really love waitressing. I like talking to people and just like working with a bunch of other people and like having to conversate, if that makes any sense. I love being a waitress, and you make pretty good money doing it too if you're good at it, so pro tips here. Some people are wondering how I balance work, school, and fun. And also a lot of people have been asking about like balancing that with like my sorority and my boyfriend and stuff like that. So it's definitely a struggle. I think a lot of you think that I make it look easy, but it's really not. Having like a YouTube channel, I didn't really put much effort into it before, which I definitely regret because I think it could have grown a lot quicker. But now that it's growing quickly, I obviously need to keep posting pretty consistently and keeping you guys updated and giving you guys what you want because you're the ones making this happen for me, so I have to keep you happy. So that definitely takes a ton of time. And everyone was asking me like, how are you doing this? Like Nick's Lippy Countdown with final season, and like, I don't really know. I definitely am not the best at time management. Don't let me fool you at all. School definitely takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. When you are in college, college is your first priority, and it needs to be that way. Your grades are going to be carried with you till graduation. Like obviously when you graduate, people aren't going to be like, oh, you had a C average. Well, they're not. So they're gonna look at like your education and like where you went to school and stuff. So like that is not that important in the long run, but to get your degree, it's pretty important. School definitely takes a ton of time, and honestly, I have almost had zero social life this year, and it's kind of upsetting. That's like one of my main things that I want to work on for next year. Time managing my social life, schoolwork, and YouTube. Those are the main things. Evan's always there for me. We know that we don't have to see each other every single day to like know that we're still there. We talk throughout the day, like text, and we go to the same school, so it's easy to just like run into each other, like quickly like stop, say hi, give each other a hug and a kiss, and we're good for the day. Like we don't need to hang out every single day, which I'm sure you guys get that. Like if we went to different colleges, we would not see each other for a while. So Evan isn't much to like try to balance my life with. He's easygoing. We've been dating for like 4.5 years, so we just know what works for us, and we know when one of us is busy or the other one's busy. Like we know that we need to get done what we have to get done, and it's not a big deal. We never get mad at each other for not being able to like see each other. So Evan just works. Work, I definitely think it's important to get a job where your boss knows that school is your first priority. Having a set schedule is super helpful. For my first job, I only worked on Sunday mornings from like 8 a.m. till like 2 o'clock at the absolute latest, which worked great for me with my school schedule. I had all of the time around that to work on what I needed to do, and I knew that from 8 a.m. to 2 o'clock on Sundays I wouldn't be able to have time to do any work. That just works really well. Now I just work Sunday mornings again until like around 4:30, from like 7:30 to like 4:30, and then Wednesday nights at like 4:30 until maybe like 10 or 11. I know that on those days every single week I have work and I'm not gonna be able to get anything else done, so I have to plan around that, which is super helpful. I know my brothers have some jobs that they just have a random schedule. I personally could not do that. I am a type of person that needs something on a calendar set and I need to plan around it. If you can get a job that has a set schedule, that's extremely helpful. A lot of people ask me, I've said this before in the picture I posted, I'm actually not wearing lipstick. This is my natural color, and a lot of people think that I'm wearing lipstick most of the time when I'm not. I also got a lot of questions on the lipstick that I'm wearing in my necessities video. I have no idea. That's why I haven't answered anyone, because I really don't know which one it is. When I get back to school, I'm gonna really try to figure it out, but I really don't know. So yeah, if I figure it out, I'll have it down below in the description box. And people have been asking me about my sorority. For those of you that are new here, My sorority was taken off of my college campus last year. I'm sure some of you have probably heard mixed stories about what actually happened, why we were taken off campus, and none of the stories are true, really. Bits and pieces of like what happened, like the story behind the reasoning is true. So there was obviously nothing that any of us could have done. Oh my gosh. And no one should ever have to experience something like that. I didn't really say, we're not allowed to do anything as DG anymore. So I'm an alumni of Delta Gamma. I went through the interviews to gain my alumni status, so I can do things with alumni groups and stuff, but we can't do anything as our chapter anymore. Obviously, I'm still friends with all my sisters and stuff, and we still keep in contact, but we cannot hold anything as DG. So I think that I'm gonna end this video here. It is probably like an hour long, honestly. So I'm probably gonna leave it pretty long just because I think you guys really need to see this. If you made it all the way through this, props to you. Sorry you had to see me get a little emotional. I really don't like getting emotional in front of 50,000 people, but I'm just trying to be real with you guys. I hope that kind of clarified some things for you guys. Thank you for watching this. If you enjoyed it and it was informative to you guys, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you're not following me on my social media already, be sure to do that. It will be linked below and at the end of the video. My Instagram is Amanda Louise YT, and so is my Snapchat. I will have that on the screen as well, so you can add me a little bit easier. If you're not subscribed already, be sure to click that button down below and turn on notifications, or you can click this button right here. And I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.